I live my life every single day focusing on what I want to happen, what's next. And if you have a look around me, if you're on the YouTube here, I'm surrounded by, and my missus takes the piss out of me because it's my fucking office is like a shrine. I've started putting them up in other places around my house. Every film I've done, every stand-up comedy show I've done, every tour I've done, I've even got the old CDs of my music I used to sell up there. I've got my stand-up comedy DVD. I've got pictures of when I met Tyson Fury. I've got a signed glove there. Like I've got the signed poster here of when I done stand-up comedy for Tyson Fury at his night with Tyson Fury. Did I say Tyson Fury enough times there? I've got my film poster for Fanged up there. Up here is my film poster for The Last Heist that's just about to go out on Amazon. And up on the TV, I've got the poster for the 28-date UK tour I've got coming up. Man, these are big fucking things, but these are things that were never achievable originally. They were just fucking ideas in my mind. I've just finished shooting a feature film, man. Like all of this stuff, they're just ideas in my mind, but I know they're going to happen. I'm telling myself they're going to happen, And the mad thing is the 28-date UK tour, 10 years it's taken for a promoter to come forward and say to me, do you want to do a UK tour? Nigel, big shout out to you, mate. I love you. And that's all through my sobriety, man. I got sober, started up in my game, went and done this podcast. This is a true story. Went and done this sobriety podcast. I thought, do you know what? This is how that happened. For the first time in 10 years. For 10 years, I spent 10 years begging, borrowing, stealing. I rented out the fucking Troxy. It was like £30,000 to rent it out. I rent it out, and I fingers crossed that I'd sell enough tickets to pay it off. I managed to sell it out, and I'd done a big show there. I'd done the same with the O2, the Indigo at the O2 last year. But I couldn't get any tours because in order to do the big tours, you need a promoter that's got a relationship with all of the venues. And many, many venues, I mean, still a couple of venues didn't want me, but many venues just after my last tour got cancelled, after I got thrown off TV, many venues just wouldn't touch me. And listen to this. This is karma, baby. This is visualizing what I wanted, right? And karma. This is mixed with karma. But I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm going sober. I need to work on my sobriety before anything else, because I feel like I haven't deserved my tour. I haven't deserved these big things that I've been working towards that I felt were stolen away from me. I haven't deserved them, right? That was the truth. Over the last 10 years, why would I deserve the universe to give me films, tours, and stuff like that? As a comedian, it's my dream, right? Why do I deserve that? Because the truth is, I've just been taking one step forward and two steps back, getting smashed all the time, and not really treating the people around me how I should. I looked at what I was doing wrong. And that was the karma I was putting out there. And also my social media, all my views, videos, likes, comments, it was all at my own personal gain. And I thought, right, I'm going to do my journey of sobriety. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a podcast, and I'm going to dedicate doing a podcast a week and share what I learn on this journey. It's cost me money, the studio time, all the equipment, doing all that jazz, getting the guests in, everything. And I was like, I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to share it, and it's going to help. And I'm going to use my social media to share that message. And that was hard because I lost a lot of followers when I initially done it, because I've grown the majority of my audience on fucking the sesh videos, sesh gremlin and being a geezer and all that jazz, selling beer and fucking everything. But so I'd done that. I went and got the podcast studio, started the podcast, and the producer of the podcast works on GB News, and he said, mate, you know what, you'd be brilliant for GB News. He spoke to him there, and they got me on GB News to go and do a couple of things on headliners. So suddenly I was on TV again, doing some bits on the GB News headliners show, the comedy show. And then this Nigel that knew me from before, massive UK comedy promoter, he saw me on GB News and contacted me, got in touch with me and said, listen, it's great to see you back on TV. I've seen the stuff that you're doing with your sobriety. I think it's a great message. I'd love to have a punt at doing you a tour. And 20,000 ticket tour, 28 dates. We've got about 10,000 tickets left. It doesn't kick off till January. But there you go, man. That's fucking karma, baby. But more importantly, that come down to my thinking. What was I thinking? I was thinking, this is all going to happen for me. I was thinking, this is going to happen, right? This is going to happen for me. I've just got to make sure that my karma's right. So, you know, you can't cheat the system, man. This is what I'm saying to you. You've got to work out what you love. You've got to work out what you're doing wrong. You've got to work out who you want to be. You've got to work out who you don't want to be. You've got to right your wrongs. You've got to watch your karma, right? And then you've got to think. Because once you line it all up and you're doing the right thing and your karma's straight, everything's ready for you. The universe is ready for you. Then you've got to think and focus on what you want. What do you want? You've got to think about it.
Menace to sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace. Just a menace. Menace to sobriety.